I would like to invite Smita ma'am, CEO, Catalyst for Social Action, to give memento to Prashant Narnavre sir. And we are truly thankful, sir, for the orphan certificate initiative. We could help many of our caregivers get their documents done, specifically Aadhaar card, ration card, and also to secure the government jobs and seats in government colleges in ITI particularly and diploma. So thank you so much. Thank you. We will be moving for our next panel discussion. This is about the experiences and perspective of government functionaries. To chair this panel, I would like to request to come on the dais Prateek Khare sir, who is the Secretary State Commission for Child Protection of Child Rights, Chhattisgarh. I would also like to call upon Haleema ma'am, who is the Project Director, Directorate of Child Protection, Karnataka. Preetikanta Panda, who is the State Program Manager, Child Protection, Odisha, State Child Protection Society. And Rahul More sir, who is Joint Commissioner, Women and Child Development Department, Maharashtra. And to moderate this panel discussion, I would like to invite Sanjay Singh sir, Chief Field Office, UNICEF Maharashtra, and Vipul Jain sir, who is co-founder for Catalyst for Social Action.
Thank you very much, and I think especially CSA, Future for Every Child, and all the participants who are here. I think there are a couple of things we'll start with and then we'll go back to you. One is, and I was talking to Mr. Vipul Jain just before this session, and I said that child rights and child protection mechanism itself is at very nascent stage in India when you talk about overall societal understanding on these two issues. And government and CSOs are also reflection of the same society. So we are all in learning phase, but a special round of applause and I think a huge round of congratulations to CSA, to Future for Every Child, and all the partners here, because you are already ahead of the curve. So in that background wherein child rights itself is in a nascent stage, we are talking about Aftercare Services. And Maharashtra has a very special space. Maharashtra has always led many initiatives which has been taken by Government of India to scale and all of it. And out of this workshop and out of this deliberation, we firmly believe that some of the recommendations that you give in this workshop would be also taken up at scale. We'll be also meeting the Honorable Minister, Women and Child, after this workshop and before our Pune deliberation. But coming back to the panel discussion, I think we had a very interesting deliberation. And but since we have representatives from 4 different states, it would be very interesting to understand your perspective as to what are some of the bottlenecks and challenges which these children in the institution face when they come, when they are there, and when they leave the institution, and what are you doing. So we are more discussing kya karna chahiye nahi, but kya kar rahe, and that would be a very interesting deliberation to start with, and anybody can start and then we go on to the next one.
Good afternoon, everyone. The main bottlenecks and challenges when the children coming to our children home. So everybody knows that children home is a home. We can't make it an hostel or any other institution. Actually, in a home, in a home there will be 2 or 3 children, they will be having some firm decision. But in the children home, daily 1 or 2 is getting new admission. Some children are going and some challenges are coming and different children in different criteria are coming to the institution. So to a child, especially it's very difficult to cope up with that. So if the child is going to the school, actually the children in the children's home, they are going to the nearby schools, and if the child is studying in the school, disturbance is very often, and it is very difficult to continue what the decision child has made. This is the challenge the children are facing in the CCS. And as far as Karnataka is concerned, we are looking at it in a different angle. We are trying to get our children into the residential schools. This is one option we are looking at it now. Every year we will try, because in the whatever they will face the same criteria. They have to write the exam for the residential. We are having Morarji Desai residential school, Kitturadi Chennamma residential school. So in these institutions, not only the CLCP children, the children from families also will come. So our target is the children from the very early age, they should mingle up with the children, with other children, so that after 18 they will be knowing what the children are from other angle also. So if they go to these residential schools, during the vacation they will come back to our children home. So our children home will be a home for them, but this residential school will be a education facility and educational this thing for them. And the second thing is that the children should be supported. Actually, whatever JJ Act says, institutionalization is the last resort. So from the beginning, when the child is coming to the CWC, from that day itself, it should be in our mind, institutionalization should be the last resort. So in Karnataka, we are having one new scheme, it's Uppkar. So we will support the child to continue the education in Uppkar. Financially support, we will support the child. We can support the child in if the child can stay in the PG, or the child can stay in any hostel, so that the child can pursue the skill development, skill activity, or any other education the child is doing. And the second thing is that actually we should have the 16 and 16, 17, this is the very crucial age for the child. So from this year, along with the other NGOs, we are planning to do a consultation of all these 16 and 17-year-old children, so that not only from the government CCS, but also from the JJ registered, all the CCS, total in Karnataka we are having 860 children homes registered under JJ. So all the CCS who are where the children coming to the CWC are decided there. So we will do a consultation with the children and what needs to be done and what action to be done for these children. That in the next 3 months we will be taking the action. And the major thing in Karnataka, we are having a good support from NGOs. So many NGOs are working on this field only. At least for socially, along with that Sathiya and ECHO, APSA, so many NGOs are working mainly on these caregivers. So this also will be done in Karnataka. And the second thing we proposed, actually in Maharashtra, the previous sir said that they are having the orphan certificate. But this year we proposed, it's already the file is in the social welfare department, we proposed that the children from the children home should be given all the facilities where the SC, ST children are getting in educational institution and as well as the employment opportunities. So the file is already moved and it is approved by the WCD minister and it is waiting for the approval from the social welfare minister. I think mostly it will be done by this budget. So, yeah, the second thing we are thinking of proposing this year, that Right to Education Act. Actually, the children are studying in government schools, but Right to Education Act, that these children also can get their admission to private schools. So many good private schools are there. So we are trying this also from this. Hope we can do this also. These are the main things we are doing in Karnataka.
Thank you. Chhattisgarh.
I am Prateek Khare, Secretary SCPCR Chhattisgarh. देखिए, हमारी सरकार ने मुख्यमंत्री बाल उदय योजना आरंभ की, ये 2 साल पहले शुरू की। इसमें वो सारे ही जितनी चिंताएं थी वो कवर कर ली। इसमें बच्चों को वहाँ से निकलने के बाद हायर एजुकेशन के लिए कंप्लीट फीस, हॉस्टल फीस, स्टेशनरी का सारा खर्चा, सारा वास्तविक लिखा हुआ है स्कीम में, वास्तविक राशि उनको दी जाएगी। हेल्थ की प्रॉब्लम आने पर वास्तविक राशि उनको दी जाएगी। 4,000 रुपये जो जे एक्ट के अंतर्गत लिखा गया, उसके अलावा 3,000 रुपये और दिया जाता है। NGOs जो चलाया जाता है उसमें उनको 10,000 रुपये पर बच्चा और 3,000 रुपये और उनको उसके लिए दिए जाते हैं। तो ये सारी फैसिलिटीज़ तो दे दी गई हैं, लेकिन इसके बाद भी जो मुझे ये लगता है, चूँकि मैं कमीशन में हूँ और मैं आगे बढ़ने की बात कर रहा हूँ, इसको समझिएगा, ये गवर्नमेंट की कमियाँ निकालने की बात नहीं है, लेकिन मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि सब कुछ करने के बाद भी गवर्नमेंट के साथ में एक प्रॉब्लम क्या है, जो आपने कहा मुख्य बॉटलनेक, वो हमारी सोच में है। हमारी सोच एक गवर्नमेंट ऑफिसर के तौर पे क्या होती है कि हमने ये प्रोविज़न किया, हमने ये प्रोविज़न किया, हमने ये प्रोविज़न किया। दूसरी चीज़ होती है उस प्रोविज़न को उस बच्चे तक या बेनिफिशरीज तक पहुंचाना जहां से उसको सही लाभ मिल सके, उसको वास्तव में रिलीफ मिल सके और वास्तव में उसके उस तक अंत तक पहुंच सके। इसके लिए जो कठिनाई है वो ये है कि इसके लिए हमको दिल और दिमाग दोनों से सोचना पड़ता है। दिल से ज़्यादा काम लेना पड़ता है और दिमाग भी लगाना पड़ता है। अब होता यह है गवर्नमेंट में कि हम लोग दिमाग से योजनाएं बना देते हैं, कुछ उसमें थोड़ा बहुत दिल का पार्ट भी आ जाता है, लेकिन सरकारी दिल है कि मानता नहीं, तो वो कहीं ना कहीं पर जाकर फिर कुछ ना कुछ बात अटक जाती है। बड़े ऑफिसर्स चेंज हो जाते हैं तो भी कुछ परसेप्शंस चेंज हो जाते हैं, टारगेट्स चेंज हो जाते हैं। तो वो स्कीम जो है वो उसकी जो सेल्फ सस्टेनेबल सिस्टम बनना चाहिए, ऐसा मुझे लगता है कि वो सेल्फ सस्टेनेबल सिस्टम किसी बच्चे के हित के लिए नहीं बन पा रहा है। अब वो जो सेल्फ सस्टेनेबल सिस्टम, जैसा कि अभी मेरे भाई अमिताभ के पैनल में बात हुई थी, डॉट्स को जोड़ने वाली जो बातचीत हुई थी, उसमें वो सेल्फ सस्टेनेबल सिस्टम हम कैसे बनाएं, उसके लिए मुझे लगता है सबसे ज़रूरी बात यह है कि एक डेडिकेटेड NGO का ब्रिज बीच में चाहिए ही, जो कि इन बच्चों को CSR के फंड्स से लेकर जोड़कर उनका शुरू से प्लान बनाकर उसको लास्ट तक पहुंचवाए। जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल छत्तीसगढ़ में बहुत सारी इंडस्ट्रीज़ हैं, बड़ी बड़ी लगभग सारी इंडस्ट्रीज छत्तीसगढ़ में हैं, इंक्लूडिंग जिंदल टू अडानी, सारी इंडस्ट्रीज छत्तीसगढ़ में, उनके CSR फंड्स भी हैं, लेकिन उन फंड्स को इन बच्चों के लिए टैप करने वाला कोई मैकेनिज्म नहीं है। ये हमारी सबसे बड़ी कठिनाई ये है। तीसरी एक सबसे बड़ी कठिनाई जो मैं महसूस करता हूँ, आखिरी है ये, जो मैं महसूस करता हूँ वो ये है कि मैंने डायरेक्टरेट में भी काम किया है, मैंने आयोग में भी काम किया है। हमारे यहाँ जो ICPS स्कीम है, इसकी हिस्ट्री आपको मालूम होगी। ये पहले सोशल वेलफेयर डिपार्टमेंट इन सारे होम्स को चलाया करता था और शायद 2009 में ये ट्रांसफ़र हुए, 2009 से, और 2005 में एक्ट आया, 2011 आते आते तक कमीशन बने कुछ स्टेट्स में, जो कि कहीं अभी भी नहीं बन पाए। अब हुआ ये कि जो डायरेक्टरेट होता है, उस डायरेक्टरेट में का स्ट्रक्चर को थोड़ा समझिए। एक कमिश्नर होते हैं, उनके अंडर में एडिशनल डायरेक्टर और ज्वाइंट डायरेक्टर्स होते हैं, डिप्टी डायरेक्टर्स होते हैं। तो एक विंग ICPS होता है, जिसको हम मिशन वात्सल्य के नाम से हम जानते हैं। ऐसे ही जिले में DPO होता है, उसके अंडर में एक जिला बाल संरक्षण अधिकारी होता है, उसका एक विंग होता है। उसके साथ में काम करने के लिए आपके बाल कल्याण समिति है और JJ भी है, वो उनके साथ CWC और JJ भी काम करते हैं। लेकिन ये सारा सिस्टम एक ही ऊपर वाले के अंडर में है, ऊपर वाला एक ही है। अब वो जो है उनकी प्रायोरिटी दूसरी है, उनकी प्रायोरिटी ICDS है, उनकी प्रायोरिटी बहुत सारे काम हैं। तो इसलिए जो ज्वाइंट डायरेक्टर ICPS का काम कर रहा है, उसको बीच में अचानक उठाकर किसी दूसरी स्कीम का जिस पर कुछ समाचार पत्रों की कृपा हो गई है, उसकी जांच करने के लिए उसको कहाँ भेज दिया जाए नहीं मालूम है। तो जिस दिन वो ये खोल के बैठा हुआ है कागज कि मुझे कितने बच्चों को कहाँ जोड़ना है, उस दिन वो बेचारा या तो कहीं कन्यादान योजना में विवाह करवा रहा होता है, या वो कहीं सरगुजा में रीपा की जांच कर रहा होता है ना, और बेचारे ने हफ्ते में 2 बार TL मीटिंग तो अटेंड करनी ही है। तो मुझे लगता है कि इन सब से मुक्ति के लिए ICPS एक डिफरेंट मिशन वात्सल्य, बिल्कुल डिफरेंट संवेदनशील सोच का एक इंडिपेंडेंट प्रोग्राम है, जिसके लिए ऐसा मैकेनिज्म चाहिए ही जिसमें ICPS का डायरेक्टरेट हो, ICPS के नीचे डिस्ट्रिक्ट चाइल्ड प्रोटेक्शन यूनिट बिल्कुल इंडिपेंडेंट हो, उसको किसी दूसरे काम में लगाने वाला कोई ऑफिसर ना हो जो उसको, रायपुर वाला तो बेचारा हमारा रोज ही एयरपोर्ट पे खड़ा रहता है, तो उसको वो ऐसा कोई बंदा नहीं होना चाहिए। और बाल अधिकार संरक्षण आयोग उनके साथ होना चाहिए, जिसको कि आमतौर पर आयोगों को साथ रखना नहीं चाहता है कोई भी, तो बाल अधिकार संरक्षण आयोग उसके साथ होना चाहिए। ये तीनों चारों यूनिट मिलाना चाहिए। पहले तो इसी की कन्वर्जेंस कर लें, है ना, और फिर उसके बाद हम बाकी चीजों पर उसके बाद आ सकते हैं। थैंक यू।
Prateek, I am leading Odisha State Child Protection Society. I am a social worker and in designation I am Program Manager Child Protection and Officer in charge of the State Society. I would like to start my points from Prateek's point. In Odisha, the district child protection officers are reporting to the district magistrates directly.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
They, the DPOs are called as district social welfare officers. Their office is different and district child protection unit is different. And that unit is ours. Means at the state level, state child protection society is the nodal agency and district child protection units are our units. So whenever we required, when I was sitting, there was a requirement of some information, some districts not contributed, then directly I asked them why you have not given. So this was out of context. So that is also impacting on our functioning. Coming to your question directly, the challenges we are facing limiting to the aftercare program are, first is screening of children, the teenagers, those who are in the institutions, to screening them for their particular education and for to which trade we should take care of. Then mentors, of course, which in some extent CSA is fulfilling. Then the counselors at the childcare institution level. Then we have special need people also for their skilling and other work. We are also facing challenges in the age group of 14 to 17, those who are housed in the childcare institution having no education background. They are rescued but they never went to school. In such cases, they are sitting idle. If he is 16 years age, he cannot go to school again. So in such cases, we are facing difficulties. And to be very particular, before this, I was a DCPO on the field. Before that, one disclaimer is, I was working with CSA also. That's why I have a very different concern on child protection. So one is, addiction to institutionalization. In many cases, they are just like spoon-feeded and scheduled life. So in many cases, we are unable to counsel our children from institutional care that you are grown up, now you have time to go for taking new wings. So it is also one challenge. And the last is the placement of such children in skilling and other institutions. They are placing children mostly out of the state, and in many cases at the capital city and the urban areas. When children belong to far from the city and out of the state, in many cases they are not getting interested to join the skilling courses. These are the challenges, and to address those and to continue the system, as I already explained, the DCPU has been made independent and reporting to district magistrates. We have our own MIS portal through which we are tracking our children. It was most issue. And we have one aftercare guideline, state specific guideline we are having already notified in 2020. So in that two important mentions are there which you can take to your state. One is every child who has spent more than 6 months in any child care institution, that institution will be treated as the mother agency for that child for the lifetime. So it is mentioned that in case of any emotional or any other requirements, the person can come back to the organization in any time. That is the emotional thing we have made. And second thing, it is mentioned that we will try to rehabilitate children and arrange their marriage. There is a state scheme named Jashoda. Jashoda, you know, the mother of Krishna who nurtured the child. So under Jashoda, we have marriage assistance of 50,000 for girls, 40,000 for boys attending the legal age. And it is mentioned that the marriage assistance can be given only after skilling and their job rehabilitation. It is conditional. So in Odisha, under the guideline, we are approaching children and we are planning for their training and skilling from 16 plus years of age. It is under the guideline. And you can refer the juvenile justice rules 25, which mentions if you will interpret, it mentions that till the child is mainstreamed, it is the responsibility of the network to take care of the child. It's like same like family situation. If your child is not working, and you are not going to throw them away. So we have one World Skill Center. This guy is belong to Odisha. You can see behind him, it is written World Skill Center. It is having tie-up with many institutions. Tata Strive also having association with them. At World Skill Center, they are doing pre-job training. Even after diploma, after ITI, even today also, if someone visiting Bhubaneswar, please visit World Skill Center. We have more than 70 children right now, continuing different trades there. And after the skilling at World Skill Center, they are going outside for the jobs. And to prepare them to become a human being at the child care institution, every year we are organizing exposure visits to banks, to post office, police station, then IT industrial training institutes, colleges, and of course World Skill Centers. We are taking them and creating them to get interest on the education. We have life skill program in institutions, like what to do, not to do, how to behave, what is our responsibility, in collaboration with UNICEF and UNFPA. They are providing life skill education. We have mandatory yoga and physical education at the institutions, and newspaper reading, of course, in the morning. So many cases POXO victims are being institutionalized. They have surrendered, in some cases surrendered their babies and again made new life. So we have many cases in such things. Recently, Government of India has brought another scheme, rehabilitation of POXO victims. They are giving money under that. We have our own health protection cards for every child. Around 87% of children are having this card, and we have drive for Aadhaar card enrollment. 97% children in the childcare institution are having Aadhaar card. It was made through Odisha's State Computer Application Center. So the positive side is we have around 8,000 plus children in institutional care and around 2,000 plus caregivers, including me, from the top to the bottom. So the number is very less. So for individual attention, we are trying for that. And we have one green passage scheme in Odisha. You can surf on Google. It is from the higher education, school mass education and technical education department side. They are providing free education for every child, every person who became orphan during the childhood. Means up to 18 years age, if they have lost their both parents, then their education is totally free. And under that, DCPOs are entitled to give orphan certificate if the child has spent the childhood in childcare institution. If not, then the tehsildar is authorized to give certificate. So that certificate, the principal is doing this. So this thing, this much from my side.
Thank you very much.
I think I have not wasted some of your times.
No.
Another very important one point, please. We are not only limiting to institutional care, we are also extending these aftercare services to the children, those who are leaving the non-institutional care support, as well as we have one Ashribad scheme. It is for the COVID victims. Odisha is one state which has made provision for children, those who lost their parent or breadwinner, both parent or breadwinner parent, not due to COVID. Those who lost parent during the COVID-19 pandemic, due to any reason, they are also being given with financial assistance. For them also, we are doing aftercare services. That's why our load is very much high. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Rahul sir.
Myself, Rahul More, Joint Commissioner, WCD महाराष्ट्र. शायद नारनवरे सर ने बहुत सारे कुछ इनिशिएटिव्स कवर किए होंगे, तो उसमें मैं फिर से बात नहीं करूंगा, लेकिन जो कुछ भी पॉइंट्स है, चैलेंजेस है, या फिर हम जो उसमें से सॉल्यूशन निकालते हैं उसके बारे में मैं बात करना चाहता हूँ। एक ऑर्फन सर्टिफिकेट का जो महाराष्ट्र का इनिशिएटिव है उसमें बहुत सारे प्रॉब्लम्स आते हैं, इश्यूज आते हैं। एक तो है कि जब इंस्टीट्यूशन में दाखिल करते वक्त अगर उस बच्चे का ठीक तरह से रिकॉर्ड किया नहीं होगा तो उसको ऑर्फन सर्टिफिकेट देने में दिक्कत आती है, या फिर उसके माँ का जो डेथ सर्टिफिकेट है, उसके पिता का डेथ सर्टिफिकेट है, ये वो तो देते नहीं है। क्योंकि अभी 2015 का एक्ट लागू होने के बाद में बहुत सारे CWCs को ट्रेनिंग भी दिया गया और वो भी खुद उसमें काम कर रहे हैं। इसलिए 2015 के बाद में जो एक्शंस हो रहे हैं वो रिकॉर्ड कीपिंग के लिए वो अच्छे हो रहे हैं। उनके लिए अगर ऑर्फन बच्चे हैं तो उनके लिए ऑर्फन सर्टिफिकेट देना भी हमको मतलब ईजी जा रहा है। लेकिन 2015 के पहले या फिर 2000 के पहले जो बच्चे दाखिल हुए हैं उनको अगर ऑर्फन सर्टिफिकेट देना है बिफोर द एज ऑफ अटेनिंग 18, अगर उनके माँ बाप गुजर गए हैं तो उनको ऑर्फन सर्टिफिकेट देने में बहुत सारी दिक्कतें आ रही हैं। तो रेवेन्यू डिपार्टमेंट, पुलिस डिपार्टमेंट, RDD डिपार्टमेंट, इनसे सब इंफॉर्मेशन लेके या फिर किस जगह पे तो पंचनामा करके हमको वो करना पड़ रहा है। तो ये एक चैलेंज है ऑर्फन सर्टिफिकेट के लिए। ऑर्फन सर्टिफिकेट अगर एक बार इशू किया तो कुछ दिक्कत नहीं आती है। अभी गवर्नमेंट जॉब के लिए सर ने बोला था कि 237 बच्चों को 273 बच्चों को दिया है, लेकिन एक कल की इन्फॉर्मेशन हमारे पास है, नियर अबाउट 537 बच्चों को गवर्नमेंट जॉब्स मिले हैं ऑर्फन रिजर्वेशन की वजह से 1% के लिए। और उसमें क्लास 1 है, क्लास 2 है, क्लास 3 है, क्लास 4 का सिर्फ एक ही बच्चा है, मतलब अबव देन क्लास 3 ही उनको जो अपॉइंटमेंट्स मिले हैं। ये भी हम इसलिए कह रहे हैं इससे भी ज़्यादा होंगे क्योंकि हमने ऑर्फन रिजर्वेशन के बारे में एक पॉलिसी डिसाइड किया है कि जब भी उसको गवर्नमेंट की ऑफर आएगी, जॉब की ऑफर आएगी, जो उनकी अपॉइंटिंग अथॉरिटी है वो अपॉइंटिंग अथॉरिटी उसका जो ऑर्फन सर्टिफिकेट है वो वेरिफिकेशन के लिए कमिश्नर WCD के पास में भेज देंगे और वो वेरिफिकेशन के बाद ही उसको अपॉइंटमेंट लेटर मिल जाएगा या फिर उसके अपॉइंटमेंट कंफर्म हो जाएगा। तो इसलिए हमारे पास अभी 537 ही आए हैं, इसलिए हम उतना ही बोल रहे हैं, शायद उससे ज़्यादा है। हमको तो ऐसा लगता है कि कम से कम 2 या 3 हज़ार तक बच्चों को वो टोटली गवर्नमेंट जॉब्स मिलने वाले, ये एक बेनिफिट है। दूसरा है जो ये गवर्नमेंट इंस्टीट्यूशंस है, तो गवर्नमेंट इंस्टीट्यूशंस में भी 1% रिजर्वेशन है इनके लिए, और वो इंजीनियरिंग हो, मेडिकल हो, इसमें भी बच्चे बच्चियाँ जा रही है, नर्सिंग हो, लॉ हो, तो इसमें भी जा रहे हैं। हमारे 4 बच्चे अभी MBBS करके गए हैं, पूरा किया है उन्होंने, और ऑर्फन रिजर्वेशन की वजह से कुछ बच्चे इंजीनियरिंग भी हो पाए हैं, 4 बच्चों ने PhD भी की है। तो ऐसे भी ये कर रहे हैं, लेकिन बहुत सारा काम करना बाकी है। आफ्टर केयर सर्विसेज में अगर देखा जाए तो महाराष्ट्र ने 1-2 साल पहले एक इनिशिएटिव लिया था कि जो कोई भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन आफ्टर केयर सर्विसेज में काम कर रहे हैं तो उनको एक साथ जोड़ने के लिए प्रयास किए गए थे। वो प्रयास थोड़े कम पड़ रहे हैं, ये भी हमारे लिए एक चैलेंज है, क्योंकि कंटिन्यू जैसे सर लोगों ने, मैडम ने बताया कि मैन पावर का तो प्रॉब्लम हर डिपार्टमेंट में है, हर गवर्नमेंट में है, हर स्टेट में है। पूरी तरह से मैन पावर अपॉइंटमेंट की नहीं गई है। एक ऑफिसर या फिर एक ही आदमी के पास 2-2, 3-3 एडिशनल चार्ज रहते हैं, तो पूरी तरह से वो ध्यान नहीं दे पाता है। ये तो दिक्कत है ही है, लेकिन उसमें भी कुछ सॉल्यूशन निकाल के हम काम करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। अभी उसमें एक जो मिशन वात्सल्य के अंदर आफ्टर केयर सर्विसेज में आफ्टर केयर के बच्चों को जो 18 से 21 तक 4,000 रुपये दिए जाते हैं, तो हमारे यहाँ वो 573 बच्चों को दिए जाते हैं अभी। उसमें थोड़ा सा हम अगर ये करना चाहते हैं, हम भी कोशिश कर रहे हैं, और आप भी लोग सजेशन करो कि 4,000 रुपये 3 साल तक अगर हम देंगे, अगर वो सिर्फ खा पिएगा या फिर वो खर्चा करेगा, अपनी हिसाब से खर्चा करेगा, तो शायद वो पूरी तरह से रिहेबिलिटेट होगा या नहीं होगा, उसमें थोड़ी आशंका लगती है। तो अगर उसके 4,000 रुपये का अगर हम प्लानिंग करते हैं कि उसका सेविंग कितना रहेगा, उसका डेली रूटीन का खर्चा कितना रहेगा, उसके ट्रेनिंग के लिए अगर कुछ उसमें से एक बाजू में रखते हैं तो वो कितना रहेगा, इस तरह से अगर वो 4,000 रुपये का प्लानिंग करेगा तो 3 साल के बाद में उसके पास थोड़ी बहुत राशि भी रहेगी और जो कुछ भी उसको करना है तो उसके लिए भी मदद हो जाएगी। और एक हमको दिक्कत आ रही है ऐसे ऑर्फन रिजर्वेशन के बारे में कि ऑर्फन रिजर्वेशन तो ठीक है, ऑर्फन सर्टिफिकेट के बाद ऑर्फन रिजर्वेशन लागू हो गया, लेकिन अगर कोई बच्चा प्राइवेट इंस्टीट्यूशन में एडमिशन ले रहा है कि जो कोर्स गवर्नमेंट इंस्टीट्यूशन में कहीं भी नहीं है लेकिन प्राइवेट इंस्टीट्यूशन में ले रहा है, तो उसकी फीस अगर ज़्यादा है तो वो देने में हमको दिक्कत आ रही है। फिर भी हम अभी हमारे हायर एंड टेक्निकल एजुकेशन का जो गवर्नमेंट रिजोल्यूशन निकाला है तो उसमें बच्चियों को, लड़कियों को तो फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट सब ग्रेजुएशन तक एजुकेशन देने का निर्णय लिया है और उसमें ही ऑर्फन बच्चों का भी जिक्र किया गया है। लेकिन ऑर्फन बच्चों का जो क्या बोलते हैं उसको, जो फीस भरनी चाहिए तो वो कौन भरेगा, तो इसके लिए हम एक तो अपना जो जुवेनाइल जस्टिस फंड है उससे हम कोशिश कर रहे हैं या फिर डायरेक्टली अलग सी पॉलिसी या फिर अलग सी स्कीम बनाने की हम तैयारी कर रहे हैं।
मोरे सर
जी जी
जो आप बोल रहे हैं फीस का प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है कि कितना देंगे, अगर प्राइवेट इंस्टीट्यूशन है और फीस ज़्यादा है तो कितना उसको दिया जाए, इस बारे में दिक्कत है। तो आपके यहाँ फीस रेगुलेटरी कमीशन होगा ना, तो वो डिसाइड नहीं करता है क्या कि
वो भी हम कोशिश कर रहे हैं, अभी तक वो डिसाइड नहीं हो रहा है। हाँ, क्योंकि उसमें जो प्राइवेट यूनिवर्सिटीज़ एक्ट है, पब्लिक यूनिवर्सिटीज़ एक्ट है, उसमें भी कुछ प्रोविजंस हैं तो वो भी हमने दी है और उसके ऊपर ही हायर एंड टेक्निकल एजुकेशन का जो डिसीजन हुआ है। लेकिन इनका जो मतलब क्या बोलते हैं उसको, जैसे सोशल जस्टिस में एससी बच्चों के लिए सोशल जस्टिस डिपार्टमेंट से फ़ी दी जाती है। हाँ, बराबर है। तो शुरुआत में जो कुछ भी अगर 100 रुपये फी रही तो 100 रुपये वो रियम्बर्समेंट, हाँ, तो रियम्बर्समेंट करने के लिए अगर ऑर्फन बच्चे हैं तो ऑर्फन बच्चों का भी अगर उससे ज़्यादा है फी, हम भी ये कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि अगर 1 लाख या 1 लाख से कम फी है तो वो जुवेनाइल जस्टिस फंड या फिर कुछ भी कोई भी स्कीम से दे सकते हैं। लेकिन उससे ज़्यादा अगर है, हमारे कुछ इंस्टीट्यूशंस ऐसे हैं महाराष्ट्र में कि एक साल की फी 20-20, 25-25 लाख रहते हैं। अगर एक ही बच्चों को हम वो मदद करेंगे, हाँ, तो शायद 20-25 बच्चों को हम बाकी बच्चों को मदद।
मेरा ये कहना है कि इसमें थोड़ा सा लिबरल होना चाहिए। कारण ये है कि बहुत सारे बच्चे कहाँ पहुँच पाते हैं अच्छे इंस्टीट्यूशन पर। अगर कोई बच्चा नीट क्लियर करके मेडिकल में जा रहा है या क्लैट क्लियर करके जा रहा है या और कोई एग्ज़ाम पास करके जेई पास करके वो जा रहा है आईआईटी में, तो फिर वहाँ पे फीस तो उसको देना चाहिए,
जैसे फंड से देंगे।
मैं बस इसमें थोड़ा सा बस चूँकि सर ने बात कही थी इसलिए, ये एक बहुत अच्छा मॉडल था। एक भोपाल की लड़की अपर्णा साहू 3 महीने की एज में सीसीआई में आई थी। वो उसने मेहनत करके 18 साल के बाद उसने एग्ज़ाम क्लियर करा और डॉक्टर बनी। मुख्यमंत्री मेधावी छात्रा योजना जो मध्य प्रदेश की है उससे 5 लाख की पूरी फीस जो है मेडिकल उसमें उनको पे कर दिया। तो बाकी जो 8,000 रुपये हम देते हैं उसको, वो हमने बाल आशीर्वाद योजना और जो आफ्टर केयर फंड से। तो मुझे लगता है ये मॉडल होना चाहिए कि यदि बच्ची निकल के गई है तो उसकी फीस गवर्नमेंट को लेनी। कितने हैं, मैं कुल पॉपुलेशन में देख रहा था कि इंडिया की पॉपुलेशन 0.003% बच्चे हैं केवल। तो क्या उनके लिए जो जा रहे हैं उनको पूरी उनको सुविधा देने की जिम्मेदारी सरकार की होना चाहिए, नहीं होना चाहिए? इस पर मुझे लगता है कि अपने को रिकमेंडेशन में देना चाहिए। बहुत छोटी संख्या है, उन छोटी संख्या में वो जहाँ तक जा रहे हैं उनको मिलना चाहिए पैसा। ये ऐसा मॉडल था कि जिसमें पूरी फीस गवर्नमेंट ने भरी है। तो मुझे लगता है कन्वर्जेंस का ये बेस्ट एक एग्जाम्पल है।
इसलिए जो महाराष्ट्र का 1% रिजर्वेशन जो है ना, तो इसकी वजह से ज़्यादातर बच्चे गवर्नमेंट में ही जा रहे हैं। एक आध दूसरे बच्चों का ये जो सवाल आता है, एक दूसरे बच्चों का ये आता है, ज़्यादातर बच्चे तो इसमें ही जा रहे हैं। अभी मैंने जो मेडिकल मतलब MBBS जो डॉक्टर्स हुए हैं वो गवर्नमेंट हॉस्पिटल से, गवर्नमेंट मेडिकल कॉलेज से हो गए, क्योंकि उनको मुझे मतलब उस समय जो कट ऑफ था वो कुछ तो 286 कुछ तो था, एकदम लोवेस्ट कट ऑफ। तो इसको जो मार्क्स मिले थे नीट में तो 138 थे, लेकिन ऑर्फन रिजर्वेशन की वजह से उसको उधर एडमिशन, हाँ एडमिशन मिल गया। हम तो कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि गवर्नमेंट के इंस्टीट्यूशन में जो रेगुलर कोर्सेस है अगर वो बच्चे चुनते हैं तो वहाँ तो रिजर्वेशन मिल ही जाता है, उनको बेनिफिट मिल जाता है। लेकिन जो कोर्सेस गवर्नमेंट इंस्टीट्यूशंस में नहीं है और वो बच्चे करना चाहते हैं, वहाँ थोड़ी सी दिक्कत आ रही है, तो वहाँ भी सोल्यूशन निकलने की कोशिश करने हैं। अभी महाराष्ट्र में भी टोटल हमारे पास जो प्रपोजल्स आए हैं ऑर्फन सर्टिफिकेट के लिए वो है 10,500 और हमने अभी तक 9,500 सर्टिफिकेट्स भी इशू किए हैं ऑर्फन सर्टिफिकेट, सिर्फ एक 1,000 रह गया हमारे पास। ठीक है, बहुत देर में बोल चुका हूँ, थैंक यू।
एक मिनट एंड देन आई विल कम बैक टू।
In Karnataka, we are having a separate directorate for child protection, but it is not solving the problem. Actually, from the year 2018, we are having the separate directorate for child protection, but there should be a leader to head the team. So, actually, always additional arrangement is made for the post of director. So, it's a challenge for us. Unless and until there is a leader to head the team, it is very difficult to implement the scheme in the field. Actually, in Karnataka, we are having 35 DCPUs. And out of it, we got all the posts filled recently. Just from the last 1 year, we are having 27 DCPUs and other posts are additional arrangements are made. And the second thing is our children home superintendents. They are coming from ICDS background. So they will be having the same ICDS background in their mind. So if we look at our CCIs in the ICDS background, it is very difficult to implement the mission master scheme. But I feel so happy that just last week I had a training to the children home superintendents for a residential training. So in the training I just asked with the superintendent what is the difference between ICDS and ICPS. Yes, they said that in ICDS we are dealing with the files, but in ICPS we are dealing with the lives.
Thank you very much. It's a very good segue to get into the next round of deliberation. So we were talking about bottlenecks and we started deliberating more on solution. So one of the things which has come out very articulate, I would say, and very clearly is that you need different inputs for these children who are leaving the institution. They need good education, they need good health services, they need good skilling, they need good career guidance, psychosocial support, interpersonal communication and all of it. My question to all of you would be, in your respective state, how are you converging all these multi-sectoral inputs at one level, because at the end of the day that entire service will go to one child, whether health or skilling or interpersonal or financial literacy, all those things which we have spoken about. Though you have given us some glimpses, but could you tell us from your experiences, and which will also guide the future course of action on this, as to how are you helping converge all these inputs together? Do you have a role, and if yes, what is it?
Sir, I would like, actually convergence it is said in Mission Master itself. We are having each and every, through India it's the same, District Child Protection Committee headed by Deputy Commissioner. So if we are having that convergence meeting headed by Deputy Commissioner, it is easy for us to converge with all the other departments. Now in every district we are having a convergence meeting, but it is not done effectively. If we do it, because each and every responsibility of the DCPO, he should make the responsibility of each and every department as far as the CNCP and CICL children are concerned. So the social welfare department is there, education department is there, health department is there, so many departments. So as per JJ Act, each and every department is responsible for the well-being and for the well-being of these CNCP and CICL children. So if the social welfare department, if they are looking at in their angle how many children they can accommodate in their hostels, so no need for SC or ST caste certificate. If they are the CNCP children, they are offered. So if they can accommodate these children in their hostel, because social welfare there are so many good hostels are there. The same thing, education department, how many children they can support in professional courses, and how many coaching centers they can admit these children to their this thing. And the same way, health department. So our children, they are not, many of the children, they are not having PNJY card because of Aadhaar issue, ration card issue, or so many things. So if the health department look at its angle, and so many health issues also, because POXO victims are coming, child marriage, so much. So how they can support these children? So each and what are the departments we are having in the district child protection committees. So every month they should look at it, their angle, and they should convert with the DCP. They can accommodate how many children it is possible. And the second thing, it's a challenge for us. CNCP, we can look at it one angle. The second thing is CICF. They are also the children coming under Mission Vatsalya. So in CICF, the main challenge is that repeaters are coming. So once they come to our observation home, they produce before JJB, and after the parents SIR, everything, they will go back. But after 3 months again they will come back, because there is no family support, or there is some challenges, peer group pressure or something will be there. So now we should look at these children also, so in our aftercare activities, because these children are our children. They are today's citizen and tomorrow's citizen also. So if the CICA children, if they grow like this only, tomorrow it's a big challenge to the society. So in our aftercare action, I think we should look at our CICL children also. I am very happy that recently we are in Karnataka, we are thinking, now the main thing is that we don't have the government, or we are not making a good documentation of our caregivers. So even though our children homes are there almost from 1975 onwards, so many children might have come to our children home, they might have gone, they might have settled, they have come back to the mainstream of the society, but there is no documentation with us. So from just this year we started to look into that angle, and we have collected the success stories of children, whatever we got. Nearly we got 500 success stories, and it's so happy to see that our children, our caregivers are in army, they are in navy, there are some lawyers, there are some engineers, there are some professors, they are doing that also in different fields, art, craft, everything they have done so well. And even at present also, our children, 3 girls are doing engineering, 1 girl is doing LLB course, and so many children are doing in the professional course also. So if we have do a good documentation of these, I think it will be a good motivation to the present children in our CCS. And I am so happy that from morning I am seeing these 2 anchors, Aruna and Prasad, I think. They have done it so well that I was so impressed that they are if they have given a good training. Even our children who, see, our in government functionaries, we are taking the professional anchors by paying so much money to them. Why? I think these children only, they can be motivated in different skills, and we can get the service. I think it's not only this, but we can, it will be a model, and they will be, others also can see how the children are doing from the children home. These are the
just in interest of time, if we can be brief, but thank you very much. These are good insights. Anybody else wants to come on this?
प्रश्न पूछना चाहता
हूँ। हाँ बोलिए। आप किससे पूछ रहे हैं ये भी बता दीजिए।
मैं आप लोगों से पूछना चाह रहा हूँ, जो फील्ड में NGOs काम कर रहे हैं, आफ्टर केयर जैसे प्रश्न गंभीर है, पर थोड़ा आपको हंसी आ सकती है। क्या देखिए, मेरे विचार में हम उसका रेस्टोरेशन या सोशल इंटीग्रेशन हम कब कंप्लीट मानेंगे? जब उसकी फैमिली बन जाए।
इसको if you allow, I'd like to answer this.
जी,
जो हमारी थ्योरी ऑफ चेंज है वो ये है कि अगर कोई जॉब में एंटर करता है और 2 साल जॉब में रह सकता है, मोर और लेस कंटिन्यूसली, ठीक है, that is a very good indicator that he will continue to be in a job and will also have learned the independent living skills, the confidence to be able to fend on his own. तो इसके बाद, क्योंकि आप जो कह रहे हैं बहुत important है कि you know whatever support we provide, it has to be bounded, no? It can't be unlimited. Of course the relationship can continue unlimited, but the support has to be within certain bounds. So this is what is the theory of change, which we have found to be quite practical.
लेकिन सर मेरा सवाल ये है कि वो मतलब जैसे बच्चे 2 साल जॉब भी कर लिया, फिर उसके लिए बच्ची कौन ढूंढेगा?
वो तो सर ऐसे तो
लड़कों के लिए लड़की, ये आजकल बड़ी प्रॉब्लम है ना, इसका मैं पूछ रहा हूँ। इसका मैं उस तरह से, यानी उसके लिए क्या अपन उसको
नहीं, उसमें during this time, one of the other things is that they should form professional and social networks.
True.
Otherwise, they will always be dependent upon whoever is the service provider. So that's why if you look at the four cornerstones, one very important cornerstone is helping them form professional and social networks. What do I mean by that? It is the care levers network, that can be a big support system. There might be professional network that I am working in the IT systems. There will be professional groups, etc., etc. So it is these networks that ultimately one will rely upon for issues like this. Now, I know we are running out of time.
Yes.
But I have a question I've been dying to ask. Okay. My question is very simple, right? That we all see the lack of data.
Yes.
Okay. I said we have 50,000 care levers, and somebody rightly said, how do you know it's 50,000? Fact is, I don't know. I'm just estimating that if there were 3 lakh children in CCIs a few years ago, and if I include those that are in alternative family care, then 50,000 हर साल age out होते होंगे, 18 पे पहुंचते होंगे. But there is no hard data. There is no hard data by state. So that's one level. Without that data, what policy planning are you going to do? My second issue that that we have been facing in CSA, and I'm sure many of us are facing in different ways, is that we are offering aftercare services, right? We don't know who are the care levers. We have to go hunt for them. It's literally like that. While the situation should be that in any state, the state knows who are the care levers, right? They should inform the care levers, here are the 2 or 3 service providers that are offering these type of services, please contact them, right? And of course, they should tell these empaneled aftercare service providers that look, these are the care levers who are now above 18, they are adults, we can give you their names, you can contact them, right? A simple ask. Another issue which all relates to data. You know, in a scheme like, you know, in Maharashtra, they gave to 1 point something crore women, they gave direct bank transfers, right? The whole government, both at the central level, state government, has done a huge amount of work in digitization, and we are seeing the benefits of that. The question in my head is, why not here? So if we imagine a system, and you actually spoke about it, if we imagine a system where we have the state has the information of every care lever who is basically being deinstitutionalized by the CWC, that is the starting point, right? You have that information, you can aggregate it so you know what the total size of the problem is. You can look at all those that have crossing 18 and you can then point them in the right direction. And not only that, you can help them see this whole certificate, the different types of documentation. We all recognize that that's a very serious amount of friction on the ground. A lot of effort by care levers, by people who are trying to help the care levers, by the government, right? So again, if we anticipate that problem, we can start solving that problem in advance, right? And then of course, once you know that they are crossed 18, you are certified that they are care levers, you can do a direct bank transfer to their accounts, right? It would transform the entire system. So my question to you is very simple. When are you going to implement it? I just want to get a sense of what is your thinking in that direction. Please, 1 minute each, but I just couldn't resist raising this question.
Sir, I am just giving the present solution. Under Aftercare Services, we are providing under Mission Vatshalya, rupees 4,000 per month directly to the account of the teenager, the care lever, up to 23
for
years.
all care levers?
No, there is some eligibility. It is minimum 6 months you must have spent.
All eligible care levers,
yes,
right? You have a comprehensive list.
Till they get the job.
Whatever your criteria.
Yes.
Okay, very good. That's a great beginning.
So,
Direct bank transfers?
Yes. Now the limit has been waived out all over the country. If there are eligible children, state can propose a unanimous number under the PIP.
Okay, we'll have a longer discussion.
But
No, aftercare also.
चलो.
Hey sir, aftercare, sponsorship, foster care, ये तीनों के लिए.
महाराष्ट्र में भी वैसे कर-
महाराष्ट्र तो बहुत सारे पैसे, मध्य प्रदेश और महाराष्ट्र, they got more money.
But okay, so thank you very much, and I am sure we are short of time. But I think one of the things which came out very clearly is that there has to be some single window support system for all these children coming out of the home. Thank you very much for your wonderful insights, and over to you. Thanks.
Thank you.
Token of mementos to all the esteemed people on the dais. Thank you so much. It was a wonderful discussion.
Keep smiling.